I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I am thinking. I was going to drop Indy off at school this morning and then go to the pool at a civilised hour at about 9 and swim before I had to start lectures, but that didn't happen because I haven't got any slots. So here I am at 20 past 6. I haven't swum in months, I don't think, and yeah, it's going to be a fun session. I ended up waking up at about 5, not sleeping too well, having kind of, not a bad dream, a weird dream. You know, you have those dreams where it plays with your mind because it's, I don't know, based in reality, but kind of definitely not. Anyway, let's see. I'm not going to do anything too critical in this swim. I'm just going to swim, see how it goes. I think some of the guys from Masters are going to be there, but I won't be doing their set because they've been swimming ever since the pools reopened. Some of them have been swimming every day since the pools reopened, so I certainly won't be swimming with them. Anyway, let's see how it goes. I wasn't expecting it to be as much fun as that, if I'm honest with you. That really was good fun. Andy, Lucy and Sophie turned up and they were doing a set. Swam a couple of hundreds under 130 in the warm-up, which was quite good. And then, what did we do? Like 850s on 1 minute or something. It was just brilliant. And you know what? Most important thing about all this is that I value my friends so much. It was just so nice to see them. It was almost like having a social, chatting in between sets. It wasn't that much distance, 1300, 1400 meters or something. Absolutely brilliant. Sophie, Lucy, Annie, thank you very much. It meant the world to me. Brilliant. Merry Christmas to you all. This year's been an interesting year, but I hesitate to call it an annus horribilis, perhaps more of an anno emet, a challenging year. Like the rest of the world, the COVID crisis has made for a change in lifestyle and working practice that's been challenging. Homeschooling, the increased workload that comes from creating online content for uni, all the extended hours this entails, same as everybody else really. But along with that came the added challenge of Beck's breast cancer diagnosis in May, and I can still remember the whole of my life standing still literally for a nanosecond, the smallest blip in time that just seemed to last forever when Bex told me on the phone. I haven't been allowed to sort of be with Bex through any of these last 8 months of appointments and treatments, etc., but more on this later. So rather than dwell on the shitty hand that 2020's dealt us, I'm going to focus on the positives, because there are always some. Sometimes you have to look for them, but they're always there lurking. So let's look at some of the positive things that have come from this year for us. Bex has discovered a massive level of self-confidence through having to go through all the appointments on her own. This has brought out a side of her that I've never actually seen in her, despite us getting together when I was 17. And that's a long time ago, and this is an ace thing to have discovered. I also took on employed work at university last September. Summers have always been a massive challenge with no kind of income coming in, so searching for any work that was out there really. And I was very dubious about going employed for the first time in my life, being a self-employed person lifelong, but how fortuitous was the timing of that. Bex is also self-employed and had to stop working due to COVID and her treatment. However, had she been diagnosed at any other time, we wouldn't have received any kind of sick pay or financial support. But because this coincided with self-employed support for COVID, again, we were very fortuitous. We also decided to have a fallow year this year like Glastonbury Festival does, so we didn't have any travel expectations dashed or any issues with having to reclaim money, which is pretty unusual for us to not have any travel booked for 2020. We got to spend more time with the kids. I said I'd keep this positive, so maybe I'll leave it there. No, I'm joking. Suffice to say that Zach and Indy have been incredible throughout all this. On occasion, it's been a dark time, and they've shown a level of love and resilience that has been quite remarkable. At other times, all I can say is thank God for the Xbox. Joking aside, the thing I've learned most about this is that if you're honest and you communicate regularly with your kids, they're capable of astonishing levels of comprehension, love, and understanding. Also, the dog has been at Beck's side throughout all of this. We only got him just over a year ago, and he and I tolerate each other. We treat each other like flatmates, but he's been an outstanding companion for her throughout all of this. Our friends. Now, I don't really know where to start with this without tearing up a little bit. As I've said before, I've heard about cashing in the investments you make in your friendships. So that's true. Making us food, dropping around flowers, taking the dog for a walk, sending messages, dropping around shopping, sending cards and texts, making phone calls. I've lost track of how many times I've had to shut the front door to someone in the last 8 months and had a little cry. Let me tell you this, what takes you 30 seconds and is a small thing in passing, to the person that you do it for, it can have seismic repercussions. Being able to ride my bike with some of you over the summer when I did my first Grand Tour challenge, or to swim or to run with you, I can't tell you how much you all mean to me, and I don't want to try to, if I'm honest with you. Words can only say so much. On the same level, this channel has kept me going several times. Yes, I've avoided turning it into like a cancer treatment video diary, more often than not because I wanted to keep it as a sanctuary away from those things at times. However, thank you all of you that watch these videos. I don't do it just for any other reason than to make stuff. I love making stuff, I always have done. It's who I am, but the comments, messages, likes, thanks to all of you. Honestly, it's felt like making these videos every week has become a way of documenting each step. Whilst I may not have outlined it in the video, I can pretty much tell you what's gone on that week just by watching them. So thank you to all of you, my YouTube mates. I can't think of anything else right now, but there are a lot of amazingly good things that have come out of this. Like when I took my bike out and rode 21 days consecutively during the original Tour de France dates, or managing the terribly named 4-way from Lady Bay to the pier, back to Lady Bay and then back to the pier again, all on my own. It's my furthest swim, or doing my own triathlon when the bloody Bristol Triathlon was supposed to happen this year. And let's not forget, this whole channel was about me trying to get close to my Bristol Triathlon form of 2015. I've never been further away from that form than I am right now, but perhaps the universe has been trying to tell me something with it not taking place these last 3 years when it was supposed to. So anyway, I'm a bit lost to know how to wrap this up really, but I hope for everyone that you've learnt something supremely positive this year. If you're not somebody that usually comments on these videos, tell me below what the positive is that you've taken from 2020. I am genuinely interested to know. The transition for us isn't a hard cut from 2020 to 2021, it's more of a film dissolve. I've got some really hard work that I need to do next year to achieve my goal of riding the metric equivalent of the Tour de France, and I'm going to need to. I went for a 70k bike ride this week into a headwind and really struggled. It felt like I was dragging my soul on a string behind me through the Flandrian-like Somerset flooded levels and up wall-like hills that sprung from seemingly nowhere. There must be a reason why the Somerset flag has so many similarities to the Flanders version. So I have got lots of work to do, but I know that what I experience won't be grueling or suffering like we often think it is. That is chemo, mate. I'm on a bike and it's a little discomforting occasionally and we can always climb off, but we have a choice. So you've got to keep moving forwards or it feels like you're going backwards, and I can't do that. So thank you all and have an amazing Christmas. A good mate who I miss cycling with a lot used to always tell me on the 21st of December that the nights are getting lighter now. And he's right, both actually and metaphorically. I feel like we deserve a really good rest, and so have one, please. And have a mince pie and a glass of wine, I bloody well will. Love you lot. Merry Christmas.